In today's society of digital natives, adults and teens are inherently glued to their smartphones at all times. With an intrinsic desire to experience mobile moments, texting has become the communication method of choice. Although emerging technologies have proven productivity gains, such as allowing more people to do more in less time, it also poses a new type of risk as it detracts people from their ability to focus full attention on individual tasks. Over the past decade, texting and driving-related incidents have been on a steady rise due to an increased reliance on mobile technology. While several phone carriers have taken initiative to prevent these accidents through awareness campaigns and mass advertising, it is evident that messages are not resonating with the public as texting and driving tolls are on the rise and through the roof. After analyzing the various campaigns released by large telecom companies, we found that a vast majority of the subjects in their awareness videos are teenagers and adults. So with this in mind, the message conveyed in our project will be targeted towards a millennial born in 1980s to 2000s audience. One of the main course concepts evident in our project will be digital rhetoric, defined as the art of informing, persuading, inspiring, and distributing media to progressively large audiences and participants for the purpose of inspiring a response or action. The goal of our project through this upfront page is to encourage viewers to think twice about texting and driving, and ideally, we really want to inspire them to respond via smarter driving decisions. As you'll see through this project, we really wanted to make maximum income by highlighting some of the most popular stories, awareness campaigns, and social movements that stimulated conversation about texting and driving incidents in a single video montage. We'll also be incorporating external research to justify the increasing rate of texting and driving-related incidents. The intention of this video really is to instill emotion and an overall overwhelming experience for the viewer, allowing the message to be memorable and truly resonate. In order to achieve this, the video that we've featured is broken down into 3 main parts, and I'll walk you through what each of these parts relate to. So the first part really focuses on the darkness, the story. So this portion of the video is a pure black screen, representing the idea that drivers are putting themselves in the dark when they are texting instead of paying attention to the road ahead. Viewers will hear audio clips from select advertising campaigns that we've picked and newscasts, really emphasizing the sheer volume of campaigns that have already been put out there about texting and driving. After this segment, part 2 of the video focuses really on testimonials. This segment focuses on building the story with hard facts about the rising death tolls with dates, ages, cities, and etc. The black screen will start to show key facts in a contrasting white font, and this really represents bringing the truth to light. Lastly, the third part is the light, the appeal to emotion. Images of the subjects in each of these news stories will start to fill the screen and drive home the idea that all of these lives could have been saved if the driver just chose to put their phone down instead. The video ends with a pure white screen saying it's just not worth it. All the supporting information about where to learn more, how to protect loved ones, and what to do in emergency situations will also be incorporated into supplementary pages on the website.
So this is the homepage you will see when you enter our URL. It has our feature video along with 4 tabs at the very top in our navigation menu, such as Home, Key Facts, Tips, and Media. It also has our main message, Stop the Text, Stop the Wrecks, and now we will play our video.
She was looking at my message that I had just sent her. When she looked up, she had clipped the median on the left-hand side of the road. Her truck flipped, and as it was flipping, she was actually ejected through the driver's side door, and she landed in the ditch about 300 feet from her truck. People will tell you over and over again, it's not your fault. But knowing that you were the person that she was talking to when she was killed. Just knowing, having a highway patrol officer write in a report that a text message sent at 12:05 is the reason that she is dead is not something that will ever go away. If I could talk to her one last time, I would just say, I'm sorry. This is her cell phone that she used in the accident. 4 little letters. That's what killed her.
I would ask her all the time, Liz, do you text and drive? And she said, no, Mom, I swear I don't. Don't worry, I don't use my phone when I'm behind the wheel.
I ignored these warnings about texting while driving because everyone else was doing it, so I thought it was okay. I thought I was invincible, but clearly, I was completely wrong.
I was getting ready for work, and then 12 hours later, I'm in ICU staring at my daughter, who's bald, and tubes running in and out of her body, and it's just overwhelming devastation over a stupid text.
We knew the whole time that we were at the hospital that we were going to have a conversation with our kids and let them know that she's not coming home. And it was almost like hearing it again, because you're experiencing their brand new grief.
I started crying, and I was crying against my mom and hugging her.
We miss her tremendously. We keep her in our conversations on a daily basis. She's still a very integral part of our lives, even though she's not here.
Miss having fun with her. I miss being friends with her and playing elephants and a lot of stuff like that.
There was still a lot of unanswered questions of why.
And one evening, she just spontaneously got in her car and said, hey, I'm gonna come watch this game. He was texting her to tell her directions of where she needed to go.
And I guess she just looked away for too long. Where are you at, you know? Like that was it.
Okay, guys, in honor of Mariah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mariah.
So this video is essentially the biggest feature on our website. The main point of this video is really to create an experience for the audience and those people watching it. It sets a more serious tone to our website, and it really emphasizes the dangers of texting and driving. This video is definitely a multimedia version of our campaign. It includes many types of public service announcements held by different telecommunication carriers. It includes many different statistics from government websites, different music, and different pictures, all put together to make one large campaign. And the main message of this video is to really show how there have been so many stories over and over again of people losing their lives due to texting and driving, yet us millennials, we still engage in this horrible practice and really bad habit. And how many more stories do we really need to hear before we stop doing it? And that's where the video really leaves off, saying it's not worth it. Digital rhetoric can definitely be seen in this video because we are trying to persuade our audience to stop texting and driving by using transmedia. So after watching the video, you can click Key Facts and it will take you to our next page, which gives some great and insightful statistics and data trends around distracted driving and texting and driving related accidents. It really reiterates what was mentioned in the video, but it's here in plain English for those who would prefer to read up more on it and also find the sources. We decided to keep a white background with black font to keep it very simple and easy to read for our user, also enhancing our experience.
So now we come to the next two pages of our website. There's a page on tips and there's a page on media. On the tips page, we have 10 images on tips on texting and driving. And each image represents a tip that we have. Now we've chosen this arrangement in the form of a gallery as to its presentation so that our user finds our website more interactive. So instead of the user having to deal with reading an article or simple text on the screen, the user will be able to click on each image in the form of a gallery and simply scroll through each image and read our various tips on how someone can stop texting and driving. Now in the last two images, we've purposely kept those two images as sort of a deterrent to texting and driving. So on the second last image of our tips page, there's a background image of someone passing away with a phone in their hand to send a to create a strong visual connection with the user, and we give a simple statistic where we simply say that 16,000 people have died in the US alone from texting and driving between 2001 and 2007. And we give again our sort of our slogan or our quote where we simply say it's not worth it. And in the last image we have the law on texting and driving where we simply indicate the fine of $400 or the amount of demerit points someone can lose if they're caught texting and driving. Now on the bottom of the page we have a link to the law in Ontario for texting and driving so that our user will be able to visit that page and better incorporate themselves, better understand the elements related to texting and driving in terms of the legal aspects relating to it. Now we move on to the next page related to the media. So on this page we have 4 videos. The first couple of videos are more of a the first video is a public service announcement. And the second and the third video, we highlight the element of digital rhetoric where various YouTube artists have put forward different songs and different visuals to better drive home the message about the dangers of texting and driving. And finally, the last video that we have deals with a news image or a news story of someone whose life was devastated because she chose to text and drive. And that is the conclusion to our presentation. Thank you very, very much for listening to us and viewing our website demonstration. And thank you, Dr. Martin, for a great semester.